All right, let's talk about power. And I don't mean the kind you get from a fancy title in your email signature. I'm talking about the kind of power that actually gets things done. Because believe me, without one very specific document, that title of yours, well, it's pretty much useless.
So picture this. You've just been put in charge of a huge new Six Sigma project. You're feeling good, right? You're ready to call the shots, schedule the meetings, and really start making a difference.
Yeah, think again. Because that title, on its own, it means nothing. Why should the folks in IT stop their entire day to pull data for you? Why should a team member put your project ahead of their, actual job? The simple answer? They won't.
And this right here is the first major hurdle where so many projects just die. They fail before they even really begin. You might have the perfect plan, an all-star team, but nobody's listening because you haven't been given any real authority.
It's kind of a hard truth to swallow, isn't it? Your brilliant, game-changing idea is just noise, until it's backed by someone with the actual power to make people listen. Without that official sign-off, you're not a project leader. You're just a nuisance with a clipboard.
So, how do you get this magical authority? Well, it all comes down to one of the most important documents you'll ever handle, the project charter. And trust me, this isn't just more corporate paperwork. This is your golden ticket. It's your license to lead.
Let's be super clear about what this thing is. The charter is a formal document that says, hey everyone, control of this process is officially moving from this manager over to this team. It lays out all the rules, sets the expectations, and makes your project a legit, recognized part of the company's strategy.
And who gives you this authority? That would be your champion. This is a senior leader, your sponsor, who does a lot more than just give you a thumbs up. Their job is to make sure you have the people, the money, and the political muscle to actually succeed. They are, quite literally, the source of your power. And this is the moment it all happens. When your champion puts their signature on that charter, they are publicly putting their weight behind you. That little scribble of ink turns your plan from a nice idea into a mandate that the whole organization has to take seriously. Okay, so you did it. You got the signed charter, your golden ticket is in hand. So what exactly does this newfound power unlock? Let's break it down into what you can actually do now.
Your new authority really comes down to these three incredible powers. You can commandeer resources, you can unlock data, and you can drive decisions. Let's dig into each one.
First up, resources. We're talking about people's time. So now, when a team member's boss tries to pull them off your project for some busy work, you can just point to the charter. It specifies, in writing, that a certain percentage of their time is allocated to you. Suddenly, your project isn't just a favor, it's an official priority.
And then there's data access. Look at the difference here. Without a charter, you're basically begging for last quarter's reports. With one, you have the formal backing to make official requests, get into the core systems, and pull the real-time data you desperately need to make good decisions.
And finally, driving decisions. And you're not in this alone. Your champion becomes your active partner. Their job is to run interference, to handle the messy corporate politics, find the money you need, and basically clear the path for you. They're your personal obstacle remover.
But, and this is a big but, this power isn't a blank check. Your authority is absolutely real, but it's also very specific. The same charter that gives you all this power is also the document that sets your boundaries.
See, your mandate to lead is tied directly to everything on this list. Your power is limited to solving one particular problem, hitting very specific goals, and staying within a defined scope and timeline. It's what keeps the project on track and, frankly, what keeps you accountable. So this is a question every single team needs to ask themselves before they even think about getting that signature. It's not enough to just have a champion. You need the right one. You need someone with enough real influence and political capital to actually get things done when you inevitably hit a wall.
Okay, let's wrap this all up. Getting that signature on your project charter, it isn't just another task to check off a list. It is the single most important event that gives your entire project life.
If you remember one thing, remember this. Until that charter is signed, sealed, and delivered, all you have is a collection of good ideas. The second it's approved, you have an officially recognized project with the real authority and resources you need to win.
At the end of the day, taking the time to nail down every element in that charter builds the entire foundation for everything that comes next. It is, without a doubt, the bedrock of any successful project.
And that brings us to one last question. You fought for this power, you've earned your mandate to lead,
But power is just a tool. The real question is, who are you using it for? And that's exactly what we're going to get into next time.